Hello everyone. Hi. Okay. Today we are going to learn how to write a description about people and their occupations. But in this lesson, it will be more of a writing, guided writing where we will have some grammar items to assist us to write the descriptions about people and their occupations. So as you can see, the grammar notes which will be grammar items which we'll be using here will be present simple tense and also have got and has got. Have got and has got are actually possessive pronouns. Okay, so you can see there's a picture here. Then there are four people here with different occupations, and there is actually a, a brief description of all the four people and also their occupations. Okay, so this is a brief description in actually one paragraph. Okay, in one short, simple and short paragraph, whereby we are actually writing a brief description about four people, these four people and their occupations. So today our lesson will be writing descriptions, writing descriptions about people and their occupations. Writing descriptions about people and their occupations. But here it will be more of a guided writing because we will be using grammar notes, present simple tense, and also possessive pronouns, have got and has got. And if you see here, it is why I say it's guided, because you can see is in this brief description, you can see there are blanks. Okay, how many blanks are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 blanks. And if you see after the blank, there is actually after each blank there is a, a cue phrase or cue word, same like this or this. Okay, is a cue phrase or cue words which actually gives you an idea what the answer will be. But you have to change these cue phrases and also cue words in the into the correct uh, grammatical item. That means it will be the same, the phrases and the word will be the same, but you just have to change it accordingly to suit the object, like he, or you have to look at it in a grammar view. In a grammar view. So that's why I say this is a guided writing. So to assist you to write this description, these descriptions about this brief description about four people and their occupations, I have actually I've already um, I've already done this for you. Simple notes, some grammar notes for you to look at before starting to write the descriptions of people and their occupations. So I have here present simple tense, okay, and also um, have, using have, has, and also present simple tense, and also how to use have got and has got. Actually, this is more of present simple tense and also possessive pronouns. But then I have broken up into two parts. Okay, two parts means first present simple tense uh, will be in a negative verb, then it will be followed by using have, has. Then I will show you how to use have and has with adding got, so it becomes a possessive pronouns. It will be possessive pronouns. Then after that, present simple tense, which is negative verbs. Okay, oh sorry, not negative but positive verbs. So I will go through again. Firstly, I will explain to you the present simple tense in negative verbs. Then after that, how to use have and has. Then from there, we develop further. So we will continue with possessive pronouns have got and has got. So I want you to understand about have, has first. Then only I proceed to possessive pronouns have got and has got. So that is why I have already done the notes in stages. So it will be easier for you to see and also use them when you fill in the blanks here to complete the description about people, all these four people and their occupations. Okay, and the last part is present simple tense where I have the positive verbs. Okay, let's go one by one. Okay, firstly, I think it's better for me to start with the picture and also with the incomplete description. Okay, so today we are going to look and write. First, let us look at all these four people in this picture. Okay, the first one, okay, is a man, and from the uniform that he is wearing, he looks like a pilot, but we do not know whether he is a pilot or not. That is for us to find out later. And the second picture looks like a person who plays piano, who plays the piano. That means we do not know what is her occupation, but she plays a musical instrument, which is the piano. Then the third one, this person is wearing a cowboy hat and he's wearing a jumper suit, a jumpsuit or something. Then after that, you can see next to him, there is a sheep, which is actually he has brought his sheep here to where they have all of them have gathered. So it's a sheep. It's a white sheep here. Then you can see he's also chewing some. It looks like a hay. Okay. Then this one we do not know what is her occupation, but she's wearing a helmet. She's wearing a helmet and she's driving something like a, I don't know, maybe it looks like a van or a lorry, but it's not very clear, but it is red in color. Okay, and she's wearing a safety helmet. So when she wears a safety helmet, that means definitely she has got something to do, her occupation must have something to do with um, saving people, or actually dealing with hazardous situation, dangerous situations. That's why she's wearing a safety helmet. Okay. Okay, let's just go through once first. Okay, we do not know who is who, but let us just go through generally before we understand further. Okay, Brian is a farmer. He dash. Okay, so in the bracket, the answer is not save people. Okay, he dash have got animals, and three dash grow fruit and vegetables. Okay, that is the first one. Okay, Brian is a farmer. So picture three. One, two, picture one, picture two, picture three, and picture four. So Brian is a farmer. So firstly, let us understand which numbers are describing which pictures. Okay, which numbers are describing which picture. So number 1 to number 3 is actually describing about Brian, and I think this is Brian because he looks like a farmer with him chewing a strand of hay and also having a sheep beside him, and he's wearing a jumpsuit. He certainly looks like a farmer. Okay, That's Brian. So picture number 3 is actually Brian. So the blanks that we have to fill in for Brian is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that is the first description. It's all in one. It's all in one description. It's in all in one paragraph. But actually, the descriptions are actually all together in one paragraph. Okay, second, Elaine is a musician. Okay, which picture do you think looks like a musician? Which person in the picture looks like a musician? Okay, so who is actually playing a musical instrument? Okay, this one. So this lady here, she's playing the piano. So she's playing a musical equipment or musical instrument. So this picture number 2, okay, almost describes about Elaine. Okay, so Elaine is a musician. So number 1, Brian is a farmer. Number 2, picture number 2, Elaine is a musician. So we've got that right for 2 persons. And let's go to the third one. Okay, so we have to fill in the blanks number 4 to number 4 and 5 for Elaine. So 1 to 3 will be for Brian. 4 to 5 will be for Elaine. Okay, number 6. There's only one blank for Mike. And who is Mike? Okay, there's no clue here. Mike dash fly a plane. He's a pilot, so that is our clue. Mike actually is a pilot. Okay, we are only left with 2 pictures here. Picture number 1 and picture number 4. And Mike is a guy or a man. So, and this picture looks like a pilot. The person in this picture looks like a pilot. So definitely this is Mike. He's wearing a a cockpit's captain's uniform. Cockpit means where a pilot sits and flies a plane. Okay, so this is how a pilot wears his uniform. Okay, so this is Mike. So picture 1, Brian. Picture 2, Elaine. Picture 3, Mike. Okay, Brian is a farmer. Elaine is a musician. And number 3, picture number 3, Mike is a pilot. Okay, that we understand from the few words given in the paragraph of these descriptions about these 4 people. Okay. Okay. Number 7, Pat. Okay, her name is Pat. Pat dash put out bracket in bracket put out fires, and number 8 dash save in bracket save people. She's a firefighter. So if you look at all these words, actually they have already given almost all the occupation. They've given the answer to you. That means they've already given the keywords. The most important keyword is the first or any sentence which actually tells us what is the occupation. So the first one, Brian is a farmer, is already given here. You see. Then the second one is Elaine is a musician. Third one, he's a pilot. Okay, Mike is a pilot. And not seven, Pat, she's a firefighter. That means this is actually guided writing because we are already been told from the description, the incomplete description, we can understand who are these. I mean, we can understand what are their occupations. Okay, from the sentences given. Okay, the complete sentences here tells us that what their occupations are. Okay, so this is Pat. So she saves lives and puts out fires. That's why you can see she's wearing a safety helmet, and also she's driving somehow it looks like a lorry or trailer, or I don't know what they call it. Oh, it's a fire brigade. Okay, it's a fire brigade. Okay, so she is a So Pat is a firefighter. Okay, she's actually driving a fire brigade. Okay, it's not a lorry, but because just now we didn't know, so now we know it's a fire brigade. Okay, okay, let's go to the notes, grammar notes. Okay, okay, the first one will be present simple tense in negative form. That means we will have all the verbs in negative form. So the first one, so we will look at all the pronouns here. Pronouns means this one, I, he, she, it, you, and they. These are all pronouns. These words, these pronouns are used to actually replace names of people. Okay? Okay, like, okay, let's see. Okay, the first one, I. So when you write a sentence, okay, when you use the present simple tense for I, it has to be I don't read. Okay, because since it is in negative form, the verb is in negative form, that is why it's having a don't here. Okay, he, she, it doesn't read. Okay, why do I say there's a don't and doesn't here? Because these are all present simple tense in the negative verb form. Okay, so I don't read, he, she, it doesn't read, and you, we, they don't read. Okay, let's do it together. I don't read, he, she, it doesn't read, you, we, they don't read. Okay, so this is the first present simple tense, but in a negative verb form. Okay, okay. I I'm sure you can't remember everything now, but at least you can refer to it later when we fill in the blanks. Okay. Okay. Next, using have and has. Why do I use this? Why do I purposely highlight this grammar point using have and has, so that from there you can actually proceed to have got and has got, and it will be easier for you to understand. That's why I start with have and has first. Okay, and this is have and has. Okay, will be will be developed to have got and has got later. Okay, in the sentences. So let us look at the grammar point here using have or has. Okay, let's see. I have. Okay, again we are using all the pronouns. Okay, all these pronouns are subject of a sentence. So when you start a sentence, you have to have subjects at the beginning of your sentence. That is why it's here. But the subject can be a noun. That means can be a person's name. Okay, but here I've already changed it. It's not that I have changed it, but I purposely put here the pronoun so that it will be easier for you to see. Okay, because you can understand if it's a he is a girl, a boy or a man. She is a use. This pronoun she is used for a girl or a lady. It for things or animals. Okay, and I for your own self when you address yourself. Okay, so let's read it together. I have. He, she, it has. You, we, they have. Again, I have. He, she, it has. You, we, they have. Okay, I'm sure you can't remember all of them, but at least you can come back to it later, because when you watch this again, then you will remind yourself and you keep on reading and repeating, you will eventually remember. Okay, that is the second grammar item. And the third one we have got here, this is the have got and has got, the possessive pronouns. Okay, the possessive pronouns which I developed from have and has just now. Okay, okay, so this is a just now, these three grammar items, they are actually done in a way that this is actually a more of a flowchart. Okay, this is actually a flowchart or flow map, and this one is a substitution table. Okay, so from the substitution table here, we can make sentences. Okay, let's make the sentence. The first sentence: I have got brown eyes. They have got brown eyes. Okay, for he and she, we use has got. He has got brown eyes. She has got brown eyes. Okay, we also same. We have got brown eyes. So it should be I, they, and we have got brown eyes. And he, she, and it has got brown eyes. Okay, it is not here, but I'm just telling you. Okay, I repeat that again. I, they, and we have got brown eyes. He, she, it, he, she, and it has got brown eyes. Okay. Okay, and the last one, present simple tense. We are using again the pronouns as the subject to start a sentence, but here we have the present simple tense in a positive form, positive verb form. Okay. Okay, just now we had don't and doesn't because it's in a negative form, but here we do not have the don't and doesn't because this is a positive form. That means when it's when it's when it's true, if you say you are reading, if you read, that means it's positive. If you don't read, then that's negative. Okay, so I will be read. He, she, it will be reads. Okay, you can see the s here. So the read you have to add s for he, she, and it. For the pronouns he, she, and it, you have to add s. He, she, it reads. And you, we, and they read. Again, I read, he reads, she reads, it reads, you read, we read, they read. Okay, let's go over one more time. Okay, let's do one by one. Okay, the first one, I don't read, he doesn't read, she doesn't read, it doesn't read, you don't read, we don't read, they don't read. Okay, this is a flow map or flow chart for present simple tense, which is negative form, negative verb form. Okay, using have and where, using have and has. Okay, it will be, okay, I have, he has, she has, it has, you have, we have, they have. Okay, let's go to the third one, third grammar item. I have got brown eyes. They have got brown eyes. He has got brown eyes. She has got brown eyes. Okay, and the fourth one, okay, present simple tense, but in this present simple tense, our verbs are actually in positive verb form. So it will be I read, he reads, she reads, it reads, you read, we read, they read. Okay, I think that's enough for now. Okay, we can come back to this once we are doing once we are writing the descriptions of people and their occupation in this paragraph here. So if you are not sure, you can check again. We can go back to the grammar notes here to check. Okay, so let's do this now. Okay, remember the first picture is Mike. He's a pilot. Second picture, Elaine. She's a musician. Okay, third picture is Brian, who is a farmer. And fourth picture is Pat, who is a firefighter. But we are actually going to describe about Brian first. So the first picture, the third picture will be the one we'll be describing first. Then we'll be describing about picture number 2, Elaine. Then picture number 3, Mike. Then picture number 4, Pat. So we will write description about Brian, Mike, then Pat. Okay. So let's go to the first one. Okay. Brian. Okay, let's look at Brian only. Let's zoom into Brian only. Okay, focus your attention to Brian. Okay, Brian is a farmer. He dash not save people. Okay, when it's given here not safe, that means is a when there's a when there is pronoun here. So of course, pronoun is actually a subject. Then it has to be continued with a verb. And this verb is actually present tense, that the one I showed you just now. Up here, present tense, present simple tense. But the problem is here in the bracket is given here not safe. This word not actually tells you is a negative form. Is a negative form word. It's a negative, sorry, it's a negative verb form. So which one is the negative one? So this is the negative one. The first one here. Here. So Brian is he. Okay? It's a man, so it's he. So let's check he. Okay, let's check for the present simple tense for the negative form. Okay, he. Okay, the answer is he doesn't. He doesn't read. Okay, here it doesn't read. But do you write here doesn't read? So we have to use doesn't for Brian. So you can say here. So I want to delete this blank. I want to delete the underline. Okay, the line, because is in my way when I type. So then later on I will. Okay, you can write doesn't, or you can also write does not. Either one. Okay, but to make you understand, actually doesn't here doesn't is actually does not. Since they have given not, so it's better for us to just write does not. So you can just write here does not save. Okay, so we are going to underline this, but later on I will just, I think it's better if we can do it in red. It's it's easier to see and you don't have to underline. Okay, so the answer will be does not save. It's okay. It's already underlined. Okay. Does not save people. So that will be the answer. Okay. He does not save people. Okay. Of course, he does not save people because he's a farmer. Okay. What does he do? Let's look at the second sentence. He dash, okay, have got animals and dash grow fruit and vegetables. Okay. He. So let's look at the possessive pronoun. This one, have got. He. So he must be has got, not have got. It is given. Okay, the words or phrases given in the brackets are actually the basic grammar. So you have to change them to a correct grammatical form. So actually this one is has got. So you don't straight away copy. Okay, let's underline, then change. Okay. Okay. So the answer will be he has got animals and dash fruit and vegetables grow. So what are you going to write for grow? He. Let's look at the positive present simple tense. I read, he reads, she reads, it reads. So which one? He. So it must be a positive verb form which has got an S. So you have to add an S here. So it has to be grows. GROWS. As I said earlier, the one in the bracket given is actually the basic grammar given. It is not the answer. But when you write, you have to check. Okay, that's okay. Okay, we will check later, but never mind. Let us read first the first description for Brian. Brian is a farmer. He does not save people. He has got animals and grows fruit and vegetables. Okay, that is the first description. Okay, it's not the first description, but this is the first few sentences describing the first person, which is Brian, in this brief description or brief descriptions in a paragraph. Okay, let's go to number 2. Elaine is a musician. She dash play the piano, but she dash not sing. Okay, this looks like just now here, grows. Okay, this pattern looks like here, grows fruit and vegetables. Okay, let's see. She, okay, play the piano. Okay, let's see whether play the piano is correct. Okay, so we have to check at the present simple tense of positive verb form. So I read, he reads, she reads. So you have to add an S. So it has to be play or plays. It has to be plays. You have to add an S because of she. Okay. 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 Then, but she dash not sing. Okay. This not sing. Okay. It's similar to this one. He not safe. That means is a negative verb form. That means we have to look at the present simple tense, which is a negative form. So this is the negative form just now, which I explained earlier. So I don't read, he doesn't read, she doesn't read, it doesn't read. So which one is it? So it must be she. She doesn't. But we cannot use read because that's an example. So here the word given is sing. So it has to be doesn't sing, or you can write here does not sing. Why I'm putting here does not sing? Actually, it can be doesn't sing because they have already given not sing. So I just add does not sing. Okay, because I don't want you to get confused and why this teacher take away the not and all that. So that's why I just keep writing not. Actually, I can just make it simpler. I can just use contraction. You can just write it as doesn't. But since the not is there, then maybe you will get confused why the teacher left out the not. So that's why I still write does not sing. Okay. So let's change the font color and underline. Okay. So let's read. Okay. Elaine is a musician. She plays the piano, but she does not sing. Okay. Okay. We will check one more time. Okay. Okay. Let's just finish up another 2 more sentences to complete the descriptions of these 4 people and their occupations. Okay. The picture number 3, Mike. Mike. Okay. Mike dash fly a plane. Okay. Mike is a man. And here, the next sentence which follows, they have already given here he is. He is. That means Mike must be, the pronoun for Mike must be he. So he fly. So let's check. Okay, it must be a present simple tense in a positive form. Okay, I read, he reads, she reads, it reads. So it must be a positive verb form with added s because of he. So he, in this case, it will be Mike flies. flies. Okay. Okay. Mike flies a plane. Okay. Okay. I just want to emphasize here to you. Okay, when you want to add s to a word which has the last sound as y sound, they have this okay, li sound, or it will have this y sound here, which it makes the letter before combined together becomes li. So it cannot be f l y s. Okay, when there is a y, the sound system is like this, ly. You have to change it. When you add s, you have to change it to es. You cannot write flys because of the sound ly. You have to change it to, when you want to add s, you have to change it to lies. So the y, you have to change it to ies. So this is a sound system. Okay, so you have to take note of this. Okay, Mike flies a plane. He's a pilot. He's a pilot. Mike flies a plane. He's a pilot. Okay, number 7, pet. Okay, so pet. So you can see there's no possessive pronouns, only present tense, and both of them have got no not. So both of these verbs are actually in positive form. So we can actually check here. So pet, you can see that pet is a lady or woman, because why is given the last sentence tells us she's. That means she is. So the pronoun for pet is she. So let's look at pet, she, the pronoun she, and in the present simple tense of positive verb form. So I read, he reads, she reads, it reads. So it's she reads. So you have to add an s to the verb for she. So it has to be put out. Oh, sorry, puts out. Not mistaken this one. So it has to be pet puts out. Puts out. You have to add an s because of pet. This, the pronoun for pet is she. Okay. 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 Pet puts out fires and save. Again, also positive verb form, and she reads. That means you have to also add an s. So it becomes saves. S-A-V-E-S. Okay, saves. Because of pet, the pronoun for pet is she. Okay, let's check. Pat puts out fires and saves people. She's a firefighter. Okay, now let's read all these sentences which describe, which actually we are going to use to describe or to write a description. Oh, sorry, to write descriptions about these 4 people in this picture. Okay, so we are going to read all these sentences which actually writes actually tells the descriptions of these 4 people and their occupations. Okay, let's see. Number 1, picture 1. Brian is a farmer. He does not save people. He has got animals and grows fruit and vegetables. Okay, correct. Okay, all the grammatical items are correct, and this description about Brian is also is, is also suitable. Okay. Then the second one, Elaine. Okay. Elaine is a musician. She plays the piano, but she does not sing. Okay, she does not sing. You cannot sing looking. You can't see her holding a mic and singing. Okay. Then the third description of Mike. Mike. Okay. Mike flies a plane. He's a pilot. Okay. So this is Mike. Okay. And you know he's a pilot. So pilots, of course, you cannot see the airplane here or the airplane here. But of course, a pilot flies a plane. Okay. Number 7. Not number 7. Picture number 4. Okay. Pat. This one, huh? Pat. Pat puts out fires and saves people. She's a firefighter. Okay. Of course, when you see that she is driving a fire brigade, that means she's a firefighter. And firefighters, they usually, okay, a firefighter puts out fire. That's why they wear their safety helmet. And this one, she's not wearing her full uniform because she's on duty, but she has not gone for any emergency. She hasn't gone for any emergency cases. That means like anywhere she has to go with the team to go and put out fire. That's why she is in her normal attire. Okay, she has not put on her uniform. Okay, she's just driving around to see everything is fine in the neighborhood. Okay, that's why she's wearing like that. So Pat puts out fire. That is the nature of her job. Okay, she's a firefighter. So what does she do? Pat puts out fires. Okay, you can very well understand that she's a firefighter. So she puts out fires because this is the red color truck, or we call it a fire brigade. So she puts out fires and saves people. Okay. Okay, let's check. Okay, let's read all of these uh, sentences which actually um, completes the descriptions, or complete completes actually complete our task of writing descriptions of people and their occupations. Okay, who are these people? Brian, Elaine, Mike, and Pat. And their occupations. Okay, that means description about Brian and his occupation as a farmer. Then Elaine and her occupation as a musician. Then Mike and his occupation as a pilot. Okay, again, Brian and his occupation as a farmer. Elaine and her occupation as a musician. Mike and his occupation as a pilot. And Pat and her occupation as a firefighter. So we have done that. Okay, let's just read one more time. Okay, as a paragraph. Okay, so that will complete our task today of writing descriptions about people and their occupations. Okay, the first one. Okay, Brian is a farmer. He does not save people. He has got animals and grows fruit and vegetables. Okay, why they write here does not save? He does not save people, but he, of course, rears animals on his farm. Okay. Elaine is a musician. Elaine is a musician. She plays the piano, but she does not sing. Okay, third one. Mike flies a plane. He's a pilot. Mike flies a plane. He's a pilot. The last one. Pat puts out fires and saves people. Okay, Pat puts out fires and saves people. She's a firefighter. Okay, so actually we have already completed the task today to write descriptions about people and their occupations. Okay, so we have done that. And what you can do, you can also have these notes. You can actually just screenshot these notes and keep with you for any other lessons, when you do any homework or any exercise. So you can keep this as your guide. You can just screenshot this and keep this grammar notes as your guide. So whenever you write sentences or you complete any exercises, you can refer to this. Okay. So with that, I will end today's session. So today's session is a simple and quick session. I hope you have enjoyed today's simple and quick lesson, simple and very fast lesson. And please like my channel, please like my video and subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you. Hope to see you again in another session. Bye.